guys, Jan here, coming back to you with another video, and tonight I just want to go through my 3x3 journey so far. So about 6 months ago, one of my colleagues at work brought in a cube that he bought whilst he was waiting for a flight at an airport, brought it into work, and I said, oh, I used to know the beginner method for solving the Rubik's Cube. Passed it here and had a bit of a play around with it, and that kind of rekindled my interest. So I went online and immediately bought myself another Rubik's brand cube. There it is, in all of its glory. And I thought, I wonder if I can solve this in less than 60 seconds. Well, I wonder if I can consistently solve this in less than 60 seconds. So over and over and over again. And so that became my challenge. Now, I started off with a beginner method, which basically involves solving a cross on the top, then solving the corner pieces, and then solving all of the edge pieces. And then I think the beginner method that I used originally kind of did things in the reverse order, if that makes sense. So what I would do is I would get all of the pieces in the right place on the top layer, but not necessarily the right way up, and then I would use a corner flipping algorithm, which would basically twist the corners around to get them the right way around. Completely opposite way of thinking to the way that I do it now. And so next thing, I suddenly realised very quickly that Rubik's brand cubes are built for neither speed nor comfort. So I went online and I bought myself a couple of speed cubes. I bought a GAN 356R, which is great. It's nice and smooth turning. You know what? That's not my 356R. Shame on me. That was my excess. This is 356R. Now, it turns really, really smooth, and it's a nice fast cube, but the biggest problem with this cube is it has no magnets, and so it means that it can be very unstable. I find this a bit of a challenge to actually to solve with. So I also bought a YJ Yulong V2M. Now this cost me the magnificent figure of around £6, and this was, until Christmas Day, my main, and has served me very, very well. So I set about learning, or starting to learn, what's known as Friedrich's method, or sometimes known, or more commonly known as CFOP, which stands for cross, first two layers, orient last layer, and then permute last layer. So CFOP. And so the good thing about doing this, for me at least, has been that I've been able to learn it in stages. So OLL, for example, I do this as a two-step process, or more commonly known as two-look OLL. And so what I do is there is two different algorithms that you can use, which basically take you so that you've got a cross on the top layer, and then you then need to know, I think it's 7 different algorithms, there's 7 possible cases that you can get once you've got that cross on the top, and that will put all of your top colour facing up. And then you need to do what's known as PLL, or permute the last layer, which moves the rest of the pieces around so that they're all in the correct place. And so I do two-look OLL. I have only learnt that because there are 54 cases, I believe, to do full OLL. So I can do OLL in two-look quick enough that that doesn't slow me down too much. PLL, there are 21 cases, and up to now I know 15 of them. The remaining 6 are a little bit scary. There's 2 N perms, an NA and an NB perm. They're probably the longest algorithms in PLL, and so I haven't learnt them yet. I've been a little bit lazy. But again, when I do hit one of these cases, also the G perms are the other ones. There's 4 of those. Recognition can be a little bit tough on those, and also where to put what position to orient the top layer to start the algorithm can be a little bit tough as well. So again, I haven't learnt those, but again, I can solve those cases quick enough by doing one of the other cases first. Maybe it's a Y perm to swap the 2 diagonals over, or maybe it's a T perm to swap the edges over, and then do one of the middle permutations to do it in 2 looks. And again, that's quick enough. I can do that quick enough that that doesn't slow me down too much in the solve. The main bulk of my solving time at the moment really is spent in F2L, or first 2 layers. This is the thing that I think slows me down most of all. I need to be a bit more efficient in the way that I do that, and recognition needs to be a little bit quicker. So cross to F2L transition and F2L itself, be a bit more efficient, try to do it without as many cube rotations. This is one of the things that slows me down. So what am I going to be working on whilst I move forward? Well, I'm going to stop being lazy and learn the last 6 PLL algs without a doubt. And I'm going to be working on my F2L efficiency. This was, until Christmas Day, my main. And on Christmas Day, I was very kindly bought the GAN 356 XS, which is an outstanding cube, I have to say. Now that I've got used to the slightly matte finish on the pieces, it's definitely serving me very well. I can quite easily say I've done thousands of solves on this, and it just feels absolutely superb. It's a really, really brilliant puzzle. So that's pretty much my 3x3 journey so far. I believe that I've approached my process in a logical way, in a way that I can kind of transition from a more beginner method to a more advanced one, and I can do it in stages and lots of practice. Probably do around about 50 solves as a minimum on a daily basis. And I'm really proud to say that the majority of my solves nowadays are kind of in the 40 to 50 second mark. So most of the time I'm solving it in under a minute. Sometimes it does go wrong and I will get a couple of, if I'm in a session of maybe 50, I may get 4 or 5 over a minute if things go drastically wrong. But for the best part, my averages are kind of somewhere between 45 and 50 seconds. So I've definitely achieved what I originally set out to do, which is fantastic. So that's pretty much me and my 3x3 journey so far. So watch this space for more videos. I'm planning on doing another video shortly on 2x2, and so got the Volk 2M a couple of weeks ago now, and I've been really enjoying this cube. And I don't have a frame of reference, so I haven't any other 2x2s to compare it with, but yeah, it turns really great, and really starting to see some progress on 2x2. But yeah, I'll do a separate video on 2x2, and again, a little bit about the learning processes with that. Bye for now.